Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of GGRC, where I'm trying to keep good games alive. This is ArrrCee, and today we are checking out The Onion Knights, the definitive edition. I'm not sure what makes it definitive, because this is a brand new game that came out just last week. Now, this is a very interesting tower defense game. It's not what you might be thinking. I know most tower defense games are kind of overhead, almost RTS style, old school RTS style, I should say. Over the top, terrain view type of thing going on. This is all 2D, and it has a very interesting art style to it as well. Let's jump in and you'll see what I'm talking about here. So here you find yourself at the main hub. What you could do here, I mean, this is where your main setup for a lot of the game is. But one of my favorite things to do is click on all these characters. If you click on them, they all do silly things. So you got this guy wants to take they do a Polaroid picture sound as they pose for a picture. It's pretty good. Back here, you can click the bell. Oh yeah, real nice. This might be my favorite here, though. Not sure what that's all about, but I like it. You have puzzles you can put together, which we'll talk about more in a moment here. And you have this guy you can click, which shows you different trophies that you can earn throughout the game, of which I'm not sure what they actually do or have any pertinence to the rest of the game yet. But so far of the Onion Knights, I have played about an hour, and I like what I'm playing so far. I think it's a cool little game. Let's jump right into the gameplay so you can get an idea of what I was saying with the 2D gameplay, and then we'll talk more about the upgrades and whatnot. Let's go back, and we'll start with like a semi-easy level here. So far, the only thing that I played is you have to, they do different setups for the game, different mission objectives. One is defeat all of the enemies that you see on screen, and the other has been a time attack thing. So we'll do a couple of each, and then we'll check out some of the upgrade stuff. So let's go back and do an old one here. We'll do a big wave. So before you start every match, you can actually go in here and you can upgrade all of your stuff. So all of your characters have different abilities. Your main minecart that shoots enemies with a cannon has upgrades. And you have these things over here called heroes too, which we will get more into after we play through a couple levels. I would want to kind of go over that once you get an idea for what the game is all about. So let's just start the level. So in every level, you play as all the characters you see on screen. The knight, the girl who's, I suppose, a ranger, and the guy who's in the cart shooting stuff. So each ability is, it's activated by hitting their corresponding button on the keyboard. So the main blue knight, or blue and silver knight, he's activated with Q. The girl who throws the mines out is activated with W. And the guy in the minecart is activated with E. And we'll activate him in a second here once we have guys paratrooping down. Boom! That was the knight's ability. They're throwing all the hammers down. We'll throw out her mines again here, too. So obviously this is tower defense. Here, let's use the minecart guy's ability here. So yeah, this is tower defense, so your main objective is to just keep these guys away from your tower. You can see up in the top center there is a health gauge that represents your heroes, and you're trying to keep them alive. If any of them die at any point, you fail the mission. You also see that they have a blue bar there. That is how much mana and ability power you have to use against these guys here. You want to make sure that you keep at least enough to get through most of the level. If you don't, then you're going to find yourself getting hit by the enemies as they walk at you or fly at you, whatever the case may be. I'll throw out her mines again here. So the main guy to watch in this, though, is the minecart guy. Your knight at the bottom is going to get hit by the guys on the land if he doesn't keep himself, protected, and you throw the mines down and everything. But the guy with the minecart seems to take the brunt of all the force from everybody. Everybody's throwing projectiles at him, and a lot of the different crazy things are going to happen at him. They'll throw fireballs, and there's certain levels with bosses that will throw projectiles at him, whether they're birds or fireballs or whatever, but he seems the one who takes the brunt of all the force there. Whenever you finish a level, you have the chance to earn these hero cards here, and you use the heroes within the level, which we'll show in the next level here. You also can earn these puzzle pieces here. Now, what the puzzle pieces do is if you go back to your home area, you go back to this puzzle, you can actually use them to fit into the puzzle you're currently building. So with this puzzle, if we complete it, we get 10 gems, and then so on, 20, 30, 40. And what the gems do, and we'll fit these in first. What the gems do is if you go to the shop, they give you the option to get a bunch of gold or get new hero cards. Now, I've already done it once where I actually managed to get up to 50 of the green gems, and I purchased 500,000 gold. The thing that I was pretty happy about was to see that there weren't any microtransactions in this game. When I saw the green gems, whenever you see multiple currencies in a game like this, you sometimes think like, oh my god, there's going to be microtransactions, isn't there? But I was happy to see that there isn't. You gain the gems from doing your achievements. Now, I thought that this was a very clever thing that the developer added in here, is that when you get your Steam achievements, you can keep getting them over and over. That's what these trophies represent here. But every time this bar fills up, you're going to get this amount of gems here. So you can see that I've already gotten the first round of a couple here. More fire and rich magic power. But once these fill up again, I'll hit the second tier, and I'll get that many gems again, which is cool. I like that it repeats like that. But you also are going to gain an achievement in Steam there, too. You can see that we have 42 achievements to get. Obviously, you can look through the achievements. I'm sure there's ones in the achievement list for Steam that may not give you any gems or anything. But the gems so far have been pretty helpful. So let's go back to the stages here. Let's pick another stage. Let's do a time attack one here. And this time we're going to use the hero. So you can see that the hero we have selected is actually this witch. Very sexy looking witch, right? But you have all these other ones to pick from too. If you wanted to pick a knight or a living tree, or this lady who's in a bird for some reason, another knight. But if you don't want to use any of those characters, or if you get duplicates, you can actually go into this hero menu, select the one that you are leveling up, and you could feed these cards to your main hero, and that will help level her up. So if we were to select her first, and then select a bunch of these, you could see how her experience would actually go up. So for her to get to the next level, we're going to have to feed her that many cards and spend about 10,000 gold, which isn't a big deal at the moment, because 10,000 gold for the 500,000 that we got previously is almost a drop in the bucket at this point. But we will show her off this round here. So I was talking about the aesthetic of the game. So let's talk about that a little bit more now that we're starting this level here. You'll notice that, and for some of you, youngins out there will say, this may feel like a new aesthetic to you. But what this feels like to me is it feels like one of those pack-in games where when you got a Packard Bell, with your Windows 95 back in the day, 22 years ago or so. This felt like one of those games you would get packed in that's like, oh, and a new copy of The Onion Knights. This totally looks like a game that would have been pre-installed on a Windows 95 computer. I love that. The art style definitely feels nostalgic, and it takes me back. I love it. And I don't know that was the main objective with the game, but that's what it feels like, and that's what it looks like. It's got that stop motion look that a lot of games had. Oh no, I'm completely missing my... There we go, bags of gold. You can actually collect bags of gold that float at you like that. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't know that was the main goal with the... Oh, you know what? We gotta show the witch off here, too. There we go. Now you guys can check her out. And I don't mean that in any kind of sexual way. That one went by quick. Let's do another one. I got too busy talking about the art aesthetic that we didn't even use the witch there at all. But we did get another hero card, so that's good. And we hit level 9. Let's move on to the next time attack. And as you gain levels, I actually forgot to equip this, but she has a new ability here too. We're using the mines, but she has a barrages an enemy passing the cannon's range. We're actually not going to upgrade to that because I really like the mine stuff that she's doing here. And since we like the mine stuff, I might actually just upgrade that again because we don't get another one of her abilities until level 20. But you can see that these will level up all the way to the end here. They get pretty expensive. That one was 16,000. This one is 32,000. Let's do the homing missile one more time here. And I'm really liking the guy's hammer drop here. His original was kind of like he would just hit the ground and it would knock enemies back, but I really like the enemy stuff here. One of the things I haven't gone over here is the item stuff. We have a couple of unlocked items because every time you flip a card at the end when you finish a level, you have the chance to actually unlock these, and that's the only way I've actually gotten them. If we use the pig, it says that small pigs will charge toward the enemy, but you can, we already have one we could use, but of course you could buy one for 1,500 gold. Legendary food, it fills the cannon's HP to max, so if you find yourself having a really hard time with a level, you can actually refill yourself with some health here. The one thing that I thought was a bit weird, though, is they have one called Sneeze of Grand Master. Powerful sneeze blows all the enemy away, which, you know, sounds pretty powerful, but the character, I don't know if you guys noticed this, looks a little like Steve Jobs, and I really hope that this isn't just like a really big ode to Steve Jobs. Hey, don't got a problem with the guy, but man, it just seems a little weird. Grand Master? Come on, guys. But anyway, yeah, let's jump in here. Let me show you the witch here. Maybe I won't get carried away talking about the aesthetic of the game. Love the stop-motion 90s style, though. Really, really cool. Really glad that the developer decided to go that route with it, because it's fun. I do wish, however, that there was a variation in the music. It seems to play the same song in every single level, and that can get a little bit old. There we go. We got some mines here. Alright, once we get... Where are we at? 40 seconds? Alright, let's activate the witch. Boom! Now you can see her in all her glory. Now, so far, this is the only hero that I've actually used. She has been super powerful and useful for me in the game so far, so I haven't seen a reason to actually switch or swap. This is one of those painstaking moments where I'm like, man, should I collect the gold or should I move up? And there we go. The witches have a certain amount of health there, too. You can see above the minecart, she's got her health bar ticking down, and they're about to disappear here in a second. One more, boom, and they are gone. But of course, we're playing one of the simple levels here, too. You might think, like, man, ArrrCee, you are just, like, cruising through these levels. It's because we're not playing any of the hard ones. And we did unlock 500,000 gold right there. So unlocking all that gold makes it easy for you to unlock a lot of the different abilities that you can use through the game. We'll pick this card. There we go. There's 5 gems. So you can actually get gems through the overturning the cards at the end, too. So in the hour that I played this game, I've actually had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a cool little game. It is it's very casual, as you can already tell. You can keep replaying levels to get your characters back up. Oh, wrong menu. I wanted to go to the puzzle here so we can put some more pieces in. But it feels like one of those games that every night you might play for maybe a half hour, maybe play 2 or 3 matches or stages, and then, you know, and then you're done. You know, you come back every now and then. It feels like one of those types of games. But if you wanted to put the amount of time into this game, you know, it's not a short game. If you see this, like, we're only at level 9. Level 10 will unlock this island here. So by the time we finish these levels here, we'll probably unlock that. But look at this. It keeps going, and it shows you the different bosses you're going to face as it goes, which, you know, happen to be the heroes that you can use in the game, too. But look at this. You keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Then finally, level 34, that's where the end of the board is, which I assume is the end. However, even when you are done, when you hit that end, there's another stage of the game, which I have not even tried, but you have these hard stages. So you could replay the game on hard. Yeah, it looks like the exact same game. So I haven't played anything on hard, and I don't know that you actually get to keep everything that you're doing with your characters, but if you do, there might be some incentive to play through the game again on hard, which is kind of cool. Maybe we'll check that out before we end today, but let's play a brand new level here. Let's keep saying dragon. Maybe both levels so far mentioned a dragon. Maybe we'll actually get to run into one here. Let's see, we got items, we got heroes. I don't think I want to upgrade her yet, do we? We got a couple duplicates. I really want to save the tree guy because I'd like to see what he looks like as a hero. Okay, that'll do an upgrade. You know what? Let's just go for it. Eat him up. Boom, level 3. Now, does she actually have a level past that? Wow, looks like she does. Okay, that's okay. She's super powerful now. We got her. But you can actually collect a lot of these heroes. It doesn't look like there's a ton of heroes. What do we got here? Oh no, there's a fair amount. You got 20 different heroes. That's pretty good. But, you know, it would seem for you to make a good dent in the game, you should probably focus on upgrading one hero at a time. Now, each level also has a bonus. You'll see in the top left corner, it says bonus, defeat all paratroopers. I'm not exactly clear on what the exact bonus is that you get. I don't know if that's what the cards are that show up at the end or not. I haven't paid enough attention, actually, to be honest. A lot of times when I'm playing this game, I feel like things are frantic enough that I am just, like, you know, trying to stay alive most of the time. The simpler levels, though, obviously we played through a few of those, not as hard. But honestly, until this video, I haven't really replayed too much of the game. I've mostly been focusing on progressing, so... grab all this gold here. Alright, let's activate the witch. Love those sounds. These sounds make me think of the old Maxis pinball, too. I remember my Windows 95 controller, or computer, rather, when we got it, actually came with a Maxis pinball game installed on it. I think it was like a alien invasion game, and I played the hell out of that game when we first got it, because it was one of the first games I had on PC. Lots of fun. But these sounds remind me of that game. I have to see if I can dig that game up and play it. Alright, so I want to kill these guys, but I also want to be in position to grab these just in case it's the last one. Not that it is, but it could be. Boom! Take him out. Here we go, here's the last enemy here. There we go. Got him. Select one reward. 2,000 gold, not too shabby. Not amazing, but not too shabby. You gotta love the victory screen here, too. Definitely feels old school as well, just the way it's styled here. You got this, like, English-styled dog here. British-styled dog. I don't know how you want to put him, but he's got this, like, real, like, debonair look to him, you know what I mean? You got this interesting knight guy over here. I'm not sure why, but he's doing Michael Jackson moves. And then you got the big knight who's, like, tossing everybody up, which is really funny. Hey, we get yet another level here. Play through one more of these, and then I think we'll check out a hard level, and then we'll probably call it. Alright, so the bonus on this one's going to be a bit harder to get. You get a combo of 30. You almost got to wait for the enemies to get on screen to really, like, nail that. So we're at a combo of 7. No, and then it resets. See, I really like this goofy song that they have in the game, but man, would have really liked another music track selection. Would not have been bad. One of the other things, too, to keep in mind is that I did end up watching the trailer for this game just to see, you know, what was in store, because I knew they would show, like, some of the later levels and stuff. And it's true. Alright, let's get the witches in here. We're at the last area here. It is true, though. It does get crazier as it goes. They get to the point where they're just, like, throwing, like, 200 enemies at you at once. So the game really softballs it to you at the very beginning, it would seem. You know, I'm still fairly early, even having played an hour of it. But an hour to this game doesn't seem like a whole lot. Let's get this guy in here. They're about to disappear, but I would like my gold, so let's grab that. Boom. So we did not get the bonus there, and yes, so that is what that is. So if you do not get the bonus at the end, you don't get to flip a card. But there we go, we hit level 10, we leveled up to 10, and we got the Pumpkinhead hero, which is a guy I would be really interested in checking out at some point here. It looks like we may have gotten a different puzzle piece. Let's see what we got. Nope, same puzzle. I was like, oh man, I thought maybe we might have gotten one for the next one, but it's the same one here. This is interesting. Yeah, it shows all the heroes here. You get the witch that we're using here. You got the jack-o'-lantern guy here. The developers of this must be a big fan of Halloween, which is always good with me here. Here we go. Ride the goat, man. Ride the goat. All right, I tell you what. You guys kind of get the idea of what... oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Since we hit level 10, we actually get to collect some gold... I'm sorry, some green gems here. There we go. You guys are getting a little bit of everything here, which is nice. A little bit of progression and everything. So right now, if we wanted to, we have 50 green gems. We could buy this. Or at this point, you know, we could get 4 hero cards, you know, 5 different times. So I mean, we can get 20 different hero cards if we wanted to. We could randomly, you know, roll for a high-level hero card as well, which might actually be more helpful too. So something to keep in mind. The other thing, too, is that you can actually equip 3 heroes at once. So it might be worth, you know, equipping, you know, 3 at once just to see what they all do. But at this point, I feel like these guys would be too weak to be any good. But now that we're level 10, we can actually finally equip a second one. When we go to hard, maybe we'll do that. So if we do ready here. Yep, so now we have this one unlocked. So there we go. We put him as our second hero. Maybe we'll break him out at this point here. Since we're on hard and we got a lot of gold, let's give these things a couple of upgrades here. This is your main cannon, and this is your storage capacity here for everything that you collect. Or rather, your charges. I believe it's supposed to be for your mana, but we'll find out here as we get in. Alright, so let's jump in. Play a couple of hard levels here. So yeah, it would appear we still have our same characters. So that's cool. Okay, so hard is where the enemies are just going to go, like, absolutely crazy. Alright, let's get the jack-o'-lantern guy out here. I want to see what he looks like. But yeah, you could tell how crazy this level, or this game would get on hard. So maybe some of the stuff they're showing in the trailer is actually from the hard mode of the game. I do think it's weird that the heroes you pump in, they don't gain experience from killing your enemies and stuff like that. Probably would have been a good idea to include that. I'm missing out on some gold here. Also on hard, it looks like you do collect a bit more gold than you normally would. Alright, this is what we need the witches for. Wow, we get a boss already on the witch stage, or the first hard stage. So you haven't seen a boss yet, but this is what bosses do. They show up right in the middle here, and you try to take them out as quick as you can, and they are mainly focusing on your... Oh man, it's really doing a number on me here. She'll disappear eventually. I don't think we're going to be able to take her out during this, because we just don't shoot enough. But I could be wrong. Oh. There we go. We got a success, but we definitely did not take her out. Use at least one skill, so we did get the bonus. Shield of Invincibility. Might be a good item to collect in hard mode. I can see the items being a lot more helpful in hard mode, so something to think about there. Well, there we go. That is the first level of hard. And let's see, we got another puzzle piece here. Boom. Another corner piece. Only one more corner piece to go. No, we're not going to quit just yet. But we are going to quit in a second here. I think that is a good view of this game, The Onion Knights. I think it's really cool. It's a pretty sweet little casual game that I'm having a little bit of fun with. At this point, after this video here, I'm going to be at about the hour and a half, hour and 40 mark with it. And as you can see, I've already made a fair amount of progress through it. But considering there's probably going to be a little bit of grinding, and if you're the kind of person who wants to completely finish a game, you're going to have 2 modes to go through, easy and hard. And there's quite a few achievements to collect, as you can see from the shop here, the main hub. There's a lot of different things to collect and a lot of different achievements to get. There's even, kill 5 dragons. We haven't even found 1 dragon yet. So there's a lot of stuff in here we haven't even seen yet. So really, we're just stripping off the very beginning of the game here. Here's our debonair dog, by the way. I would assume he's British with the monocle and everything like that. He's even got a wand, too. I wonder if he comes into play later on in the game as like a hero or something. That would be fun. But yeah, that is The Onion Knights. It's a cool little game. Definitely recommend checking it out if you're looking for a good palate cleanser type of game. Something to play in between like really big games, you know. If some of you out there are rabid kind of waiting for the next Mario game or the next, the new Wolfenstein 2 that's coming out next month, this might be a really good game to kind of like just ease your nerves until you get into a much more bigger and difficult game like one of those AAA titles that are coming out. But this is pretty fun. I was actually quite pleased with it, so definitely recommend checking it out. It's a good time, and I can't help but feel like I'm back in 1995 with my first Packard Bell computer. Pretty funny, but there you go, everybody. That is The Onion Knights, and I'll see you next time on GGRC. Ride the goat! Ride it! Ride the goat! Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out some of the other GGRC episodes. And if you're feeling a little retro, why not jump into the Quake Grave, where you can watch me play through a lot of different custom maps in Quake. Enjoy!